Okie dokie. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to. What did we just say?
That was the drum roll. Thank you very much.
Okay, we'll let it slide.
Welcome back to the Oxymoron podcast, or the
MoronCast.
Episode
3.
Episode 3. You just call me Dreet.
Do you guys remember when we said this would be a bi-weekly thing, and this is episode 3?
Hey,
Shut up. Hey, we don't talk about that here.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We don't talk about that here.
It's like a tri-weekly thing.
Just. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna scooch up here because I keep banging my neck against this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go first this week with some movie and music news. Starting off, the first teaser trailer for the Walking Dead movie has premiered. Rick
Yes.
Grimes returns.
He returns.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that's still a show.
It is, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I stopped watching after season 5.
Which one was that?
A lot of people.
We know 6. I don't know. All I know is there was a lot of episodes of walking in a forest. I'm like, I'm done.
Is that Carl Pudding, where he was sitting on the roof just eating pudding
I
for
don't
like
even-
3 episodes straight?
I didn't even get that far.
I got up to where Negan started killing everybody. And
I
then I stopped watching because my favorite characters
spoiler alert.
died.
I stopped watching when Beth, the
Yeah.
okay, I stopped watching when she died, and then like right after
Wow.
she died.
That's real early.
Yeah, I think so.
No, that was like right after. That was right before they
It
started
was like
walking in the
after
forest.
Season 3, right?
No, that was after season. It was after the governor. I know that for sure.
Oh.
Well,
It was like-
that's still kind of early.
I haven't seen the show in so long, I can't even remember.
I think Beth dying was the season 5 mid season finale,
Okay.
Okay.
but it was
Well-
not too long after that I stopped watching.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I stopped watching after the whole. Who's he gonna hit with the baseball bat?
Yeah, that's around the time that I stopped watching.
I did watch the episode when spoiler alert again. What's his name?
Who?
The guy that gets his eyeball knocked out. Glenn. Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, off
Oh, hey.
screen talent.
Where'd you come from?
Yeah, because I watched that like
Glenn
I
was
think-
my favorite.
I think that was the season premiere, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and then I watched that one episode, and then I never watched it again.
yeah.
Yeah, I stopped watching because Glenn.
The whole way they
died.
set up that season was just stupid, and I was like, no, it's not worth it anymore.
Yeah, you talking about that trailer just set us off on a anti-Walking
Yeah.
Dead tangent.
Oh, most people at this point are anti-Walking Dead because it's been going on for so long and nothing's happening anymore.
I think after
Nobody cares at this point.
I think the governor was the peak for me, and then when they went to that city where they were like eating people, I forgot what it like.
Terminus.
Terminus. I mean that was decent, but it wasn't as good as the governor. But then after Terminus, it was just I lost interest.
The seasons leading up to Terminus were all good,
Yeah.
and then Governor was after Terminus, or
No, that was the one right before Terminus.
Okay.
Yeah, they left
Yeah.
from the
Those
prison
were
and
so
went
cool.
to Terminus.
So I remember when they were in the train car or whatever, and he was like about to flip his shit on all the people there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was like awesome, and then it just went downhill.
All right. Next bit of information. Bring Me the Horizon, who have recently dropped the album Ammo. Very successful. Bring Me the Horizon is teasing Halsey studio time.
Like a collaboration.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And it's been teased for quite some time, and they just confirmed that it's happening. Now, before you guys talk about anything, Julia Michaels teased time with Linkin Park.
Who's Julia Michaels?
I Got Issues. That song?
I don't know either.
You don't know? If
no.
you heard the song, you'd probably recognize it. She's mostly known for one song that was on the radio a while back. But Julia Michaels wrote a song with Linkin Park, Heavy, but she didn't feature on the song.
Yeah, that was Kiara.
Exactly. So just because Bring Me the Horizon and Halsey are in the studio together doesn't mean that either of them are actually going to be singing together.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm both
But
not
you-
excited,
you
but
can-
excited at the same time.
You can guarantee it'll be poppy, right?
Almost, yes.
Yeah, I doubt Halsey would go heavy.
Actually, Bring Me said that they're excited for new music because now that they're not a metal band anymore and they're basically rejected by the metal community, their quote, not mine. They're excited for being able to just release singles instead of full-length albums,
Like
because
the Chainsmokers?
yes, they're excited to start doing that because now they're more of a pop and radio band as opposed to the metal where they had to release an entire album for anybody to care. Now that they have more wider listening audience, they said that they can just turn music out as quick as they want and they don't have to worry about trying to make full-length albums anymore. Which is probably why they started asking for collaborations specifically with Halsey. So.
Now, all of us like Bring Me and Linkin Park
Mm-hmm.
and those types of bands. Specifically for you, what if Bring Me teamed up with Ed Sheeran?
Well, I have more news on Ed Sheeran later.
Ooh.
But Ed Sheeran, that's actually one of my next points. Ed Sheeran just dropped a whole album of collaborations. And it's nothing but collaborations with very well-known artists, to name a few, you got Khaled, you got Cardi B, you got Stormzy.
Okay.
Okay, that's a new one for me.
Justin Bieber, Camila Cabello, and a lot of others. He also featured like non-American artists. Like I don't know their names, but some Spanish artists from different countries.
Okay.
And a couple British, because he's European, so a couple British artists.
You're forgetting one.
What?
Travis Scott.
Ooh.
Sicko mode.
I'm glad that was on camera. That's gonna get gift.
Oh no.
But no, if Bring Me the Horizon did a collaboration with Ed Sheeran, I would be very surprised because those are two different worlds.
Well, I mean, technically, so is Halsey and Bring Me.
Halsey is more Bring Me style than Ed Sheeran. Halsey is still in this, Halsey would still be able to play Warped Tour if Warped Tour was still a tour. But Ed Sheeran would probably not be invited to play Warped Tour. That's my gauge for things. If two bands can play Warped Tour, I can understand Paramore and Panic at the Disco are definitely not the same caliber as, or even genre at the time as Bring Me the Horizon. But guess what? They still play the same shows and stuff together. Mm-hmm. Maybe not together, but they play this similar type of stuff. So I would be very surprised if Bring Me and Ed Sheeran ever collaborate.
I'm trying to play mouth charades with our off-camera Tyler. Paramore.
Paramore.
Yeah, Paramore.
Paramore.
I was talking about him.
Oh, what'd you say?
I mean,
If you were on the podcast, you'd know.
yeah.
Oof.
I was like, no, right now.
No, we're on to the next topic.
He's talking about them back in the day. Warped Tour.
All right, next bit of movie stuff. Quentin Tarantino is apparently talking about Kill Bill Volume 3.
Ooh, I have never seen 1 or 2.
I've never seen 2, but I've seen 1.
They're on my list.
You've never seen either of them either?
No.
Oh man, there goes that topic. All right.
Sorry.
I only know about that because my uncle's name is Bill, and I was always like, "Hey, Bill, I'm gonna kill you because."
Wow, good joke.
Terrible joke. I was also
Yeah.
I was also like 9. Okay, I thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Oh boy.
There was Pat.
Yeah.
He posted a thing on Facebook and he said, "Would you rather see Kill Bill 3 or
Star Trek from Quentin
Star
Tarantino?"
Trek?" Yeah.
Because Tarantino is really interested in doing a Star Trek movie.
Yeah, and my stepdad, which is a huge Star Trek fan, he's probably seen almost every single episode ever made. He is very against a Quentin Tarantino Star Trek film because he says that's just not his,
That's not his territory.
Yeah.
William Shatner entered the talk about Tarantino and Star Trek. If you don't know William Shatner, he was Captain Kirk on the original series. But William Shatner is very known for never wanting to revisit Star Trek. He even denied the Big Bang Theory cameos because they asked him to be Captain Kirk.
Which is why they got, hold on, what the hell is his name? It was Sheldon's arch nemesis on the show.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
That's right.
That is why they got Will Wheaton. But William Shatner went on record and said, "I support this idea, and I want to be a part of it."
Why? Because he thinks it's gonna bomb.
No, he actually really enjoys the idea of Tarantino doing a Star Trek movie, and he said that he would reprise his role as Captain Kirk if Tarantino made it.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Okay. So would this also have the Tarantino gore and language that
Well-
normally comes with the territory?
Well, probably.
Well,
Because it's Tarantino, and if he gets permission to do it, guess what? He's not holding back.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't put it past him, is what I should say.
has Tarantino ever made a
sci-fi?
not rated R movie?
No.
No.
He may be in film school,
I mean-
maybe, but I don't even know if he went to film school.
Reservoir Dogs probably would have gotten a PG-13 rating nowadays, but back in the day, that was rated R. I think that was one of his more tame films, even though
Is it?
it's not that tame, but it's one of his more tame than what we're used to. Like Django, holy
The
shit.
bloodbath in
Yeah.
Django. The gore factor.
That is
Yeah.
my favorite Tarantino movie.
Django?
Yeah.
Mine was Hateful Eight.
Mine's Pulp Fiction. We got 3 different
Okay.
movies over here.
There we go.
The only reason I didn't like Hateful Eight was because it was like 3.5 hours long. And they even, when I showed up at the theater to watch it, they were like, "Hey, this movie doesn't have an intermission." And I was like, "Why would you tell me that? Is it really that long?" And they're like, it is, but there's no intermission. I was like, "Great. Fantastic."
You're gonna be staying here for half a day.
I would like the exact running time of Hateful Eight, please.
Ooh, I'll look it up right now.
Since
We can just
we're-
ask Google.
Let's not, because Google, I'm not going to look it up. But-
Since we're on Tarantino, we actually just watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Yes, we
we
did.
and it was pretty good. It was all right. Not amazing, over the top, but
Yeah, I wouldn't put it up there with his best works, but it wasn't. It was pretty good.
Well, according to ticket sales, this is
Well,
Tarantino's
yes.
best work.
do we
I-
have a number?
No.
According to,
Hey, come on, stat guy. What are you waiting for?
Oh, I'm the stat guy over here? Okay, hold on.
I'm not gonna say it's bad, but I do think because of the actor lineup in the film, it drew more of an audience than what it should have. But not saying that it's bad, because it was a decent film. But as far as Tarantino movies go, and as far as the ones that I've seen, this is probably like in the middle for me anyway, because Django, Reservoir Dogs, and Pulp Fiction are up there for him on my list.
Okay, so I think they base this off of, I don't know, this is life. I don't know how these numbers work because this is all over the place.
Just do opening weekend. Right?
Opening in theaters. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood had 41 million.
That's
That's
not that much.
It's not a lot.
Unless
but-
that's
Tarantino's next best grossing film was Inglourious Bastards at 38 million.
I forgot that was a Tarantino film.
Yeah.
Yeah, Inglourious Bastards was fantastic. The whole Maximilian scene in the bar, oh, that broke my heart.
I will say I didn't know a single thing that was going on that entire movie.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't really like it though.
Like
I loved Inglourious
I
Bastards.
only seen it once, and it was kind of hard to follow because I wasn't really paying attention. But it was also like 75% in German.
Maybe the parts you saw. Like the opening scene, yes, with Christoph Waltz.
Yeah,
Yes.
you mean the opening 30-minute scene?
Yeah.
That I
Yeah.
didn't understand anything that was going on.
It's
But
good milk.
the only thing that I
Farmer's
remember from that movie that will stick with me forever is I want my scalps.
Bring me 100
Nancy scalps.
I want my
Nancy.
scalps.
Nancy scalps. All right, moving on. I don't know if you guys heard any radio stations talking about this recently, but a lot of
Maybe.
people have been talking about Metallica is being condemned by congressmen for Live Nation ticket schemes
For scalping.
for scalping.
That's what we just said.
They what they did, if any of you don't know, they basically sell their tickets beforehand to people who will sell them for more
Afterwards?
after the
Wait,
fact.
so
To
would-
make a profit.
do they still get a cut of off
Yes.
the tickets? So if I buy a ticket from them for $60 and I
Yes.
sell it on StubHub for $100, they still get a cut of that extra 40.
No.
No.
It's not them selling it to you and then you sell it. They sell it to other websites who charge significantly more.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't even let you pay for a regular price.
Okay.
So they give it to like StubHub for even higher.
Yeah, and then StubHub charges you like another 40% fee for buying off their website.
Yep. Metallica has been getting slammed. But if the only reason that people are redeeming Metallica is because that's going straight to the band. It's not going to the record label. It's not going to the venue. It's not going to anything except the band. So, is it smart by Metallica to be doing this? Because, I mean, I'm sure at some point those guys probably desperately need money.
Well,
But they're also a very well-known band. How much money can they really run out of that quickly that they need to start scalping their own tickets?
Yeah, a lot of people I've heard, they think that bands do this all the time. Like
Well,
it's a normal thing.
I mean,
It might be
Like
with...
we don't hear about it, but they probably do that anyway.
take Ariana Grande, for example, just because I listen to her music a lot for Don't Call Me Gay.
And you went to her concert.
But, I mean, her tickets...
Don't leave out the details.
The tickets that we had were, compared to other bands, like, we got tickets for Against the Current for $20.
Maybe 30, but yeah.
Well, with fees and everything, probably,
But, okay,
probably close to 30
Low
bucks.
popularity.
But
Low,
I
low
know,
venue.
but
Okay, start there.
for seats that were on the other side of the stadium, they were $270 per ticket.
High popularity, big venue.
And I guarantee you, to get floor, I'm pretty sure I looked at the price to get floor seats by the stage. It was like $5 or $6 grand a ticket.
Yeah, we still don't talk about how much I paid for Panic at the Disco tickets that weren't even that close.
Yeah, you probably spent this pretty close to.
We don't talk about it. It was, we don't talk about it.
I mean, I think the weekend's tickets that we went to go see, those were pretty fairly priced. I think I paid like $80 a piece, and they were really decent seats. I mean, that's understandable for a guy of that caliber, and for the venue that we were at, that's understandable. But for $270 for a ticket, and I mean, come on.
Yeah, I'm used to the concerts that I go to, except with notable exceptions like Linkin Park, Panic at the Disco, 3 Days Grace, and Breaking Benjamin. The concerts that I usually go to are $50 or under. Tickets, for a single ticket.
For Mike Shinoda, we got general admission tickets for what, $20 a piece, and if we would have wanted to fight our way up, we could have touched his hand.
Yeah.
For
cool.
for $20 or $30, that's pretty. That's good.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
I mean, all you pay the same price as everyone else, and all you got to do is either get there first or just push people out of your way, and no one cares because everyone's doing the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, Metallica was a few years ago one of those bands that were like, we're not gonna do digital or whatever. We want you to buy CDs because they're not. They are on Spotify, but they weren't on like iTunes.
Well, they are on Apple Music because I have a lot of their songs, so I know they are on Apple Music.
There's a paycheck that they missed, so that's probably why they're scalping.
It could be, but they're one of the most well-known bands in the world.
I know. It's weird.
How much money do they really need to keep up with their lifestyle?
I will say, though, I mean, I know you don't like country, but I give props to Garth Brooks because he refuses to have his music anywhere online, and it's strictly ticket sales and CDs. You cannot find his songs on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. I mean, nowhere. Absolutely. I've looked countless times. All you can find are covers on YouTube. You cannot find a single Garth Brooks song on YouTube. It's all covers or...
Well, shouldn't it be the opposite way?
What?
Shouldn't it be that all bands try and put their music out where you can reach it anywhere? In my opinion,
But he's so old. It's not like he's gaining popularity.
Yeah.
True, but he could. Because if his music was readily available and you didn't have to go out of your way to go to to Amazon to go have it shipped to you, or go to some CD store to buy it and then have to take it home, you could gain so much popularity. Like, YouTube is fantastic, kind of like what Vine was. So many people got famous off of Vine and nobody knew the potential for it at first. YouTube, you can get popular off of one video and stay there for years. I don't know. I think it should be the other way around. I think he should definitely start embracing electronic culture.
Well, he just thinks that the electronic culture, I guess, is ruining the music industry and stealing money away from like all the artists who work their butts off to put it out there, and all the money either goes towards the record labels or towards YouTube and iTunes, and he just thinks that the actual artists just don't get enough of the music that they worked hard for. Plus, he's just old and stubborn, and he's stuck in his ways from the 80s and 90s, and he doesn't want to get with the times. So it's probably a bit of both of that. But
yeah, I don't know the technicalities and how like artists can make money off of like Spotify. If their music is on there to listen for, obviously a monthly fee, but does your monthly fee go to the artist?
Yeah, because like Apple Music is $10 a month, and you can literally download 10,000 songs in a month. There's no way that every single penny that you paid will go towards all those people. So I don't know how that...
I know that certain subscription-based places, like I'm guessing Spotify, I don't have any of this stuff, which is why I'm guessing. Spotify, I know, depending on how you work as a band or an artist, you get paid differently. So if you have a record label, it goes to the record label, and then the record label decides what to do with the money, whether to give it to you or to take the profit. If you're a solo artist who has no record label or a band that has no record label, the money goes straight to you, with Spotify taking some of the cut to operate. But that doesn't mean that they don't ever get the money, but that also doesn't mean not everybody every time gets money from it.
Well, that's just what that's what his point was, is that, you know, artists today are putting their heart and soul into music and sometimes not getting compensated for their work because of all you can just get their music. You can go on YouTube right now. Well, actually, YouTube's a bad point because YouTube, if your video does well, you can get paid. But like Spotify and Apple Music, you're not getting that much money if your songs are on there because people can just download your songs and not buy the album.
It's true. It's true. All right, so next bit of information that's not really news but information. Shaquille O'Neal was he was videotaped, or he took video.
Oh yeah, I think I know. I think I did see this.
Him in a mosh pit.
Yeah.
At a music festival, and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, could you imagine that giant 300-pound, 7-foot-tall man coming at you in a mosh pit?
You can watch it.
Jesus.
You can watch this dude moshing. He had the biggest cheesy smile on his face.
Well, yeah, because he's twice the size of everyone in the pit.
He didn't have to worry about anybody coming at him. He just had he had a hand, you know, that was like this big, and he just shoved people, and like the entire crowd moved. It was hilarious.
He could just walk over all the people in the pit.
I mean, it was one of the greatest videos I've ever seen. Next to like old ladies like headbanging at metal shows. Oh man. Shaq now has a place in my heart because of that single video.
Do you know what band was playing?
It was some EDM concert.
Oh.
It wasn't like a metal show.
I got you.
He was headbanging pretty hard though, but it was a EDM show. I watched the video, and although the audio was crap, you could tell that it was like
Yeah, I saw part of the video.
So that was
funny.
always good to see that somebody's enjoying, you know, everyday culture. Also, did Jim Carrey predict metalcore before it happened?
Oh, what?
I watched a video. I just found this article today. I watched a video of Jim Carrey talking about thrash metal, and his impression of it was right. And back when, in the 90s, when thrash metal was just coming out, that was true. That was thrash metal. But he then started making jokes that actually predicted the future of the music industry. He started saying, I'm going to butcher his quote, but he's going to say, at one point, this guy's going to want to do duets with somebody, and the whole crowd laughed because they thought he was talking about duets as in, right? Well, he actually meant like calming down and taking it back and doing some pop singing. And he actually did start impersonating these bands, and like only like 5 to 10 years later, it actually became reality. Like, people like, I can't even remember, Killswitch Engage was one of the early ones to do it. I mean, he predicted exactly how they would sound. Or did they just copy what he did? And, you know,
The world may never know.
it's hard to tell because it was a Jim Carrey interview that was like back when he was just starting out as a comedian. So he wasn't exactly the most popular, but he was gaining popularity pretty quick. But nowadays everybody knows Jim Carrey. But trying to find that one interview is probably really hard because
You know
it was
that-
on a show that doesn't exist anymore. Hold on,
I was gonna say if you knew the context of
I have
what he
a
was
picture.
talking about.
It was on the Arsenario Hall show. He was talking about he listened to Napalm Death, a thrash metal band from the 90s. And he was talking about
Arsenio, I think it is.
Arsenio. That would make sense. But the article also credits Killswitch Engage, Unearth, Shadows Fall, and At the Gates as having the first sound as what Jim Carrey described. So I watched the video, and I'll send it to you guys, but that was a pretty good impression of what music has become, and it was just like at the time when I saw the video,
Jim Carrey is secretly a genius.
just like The Simpsons, how they predict everything,
Yeah,
or very accurately predict things.
Well,
I guess.
I think a lot of the ones that are out now are just people photoshopping.
Memeing it, yeah.
Yeah, photoshopping Simpsons like artwork into modern day.
That could be too. It's hard to
But-
tell what's real and what's not.
But there are a
anymore.
couple of them where they predicted a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
But I just don't know which is a meme now and which is an actual Simpsons prediction.
Guess you're gonna have to watch and find out.
Yeah.
Let's see. My next bit of Ed Sheeran knowledge to
Your
drop
next
on you.
bit.
Daniel Craig, known as 007,
Yeah.
wants Ed Sheeran to do the next James Bond theme song.
Okay, I can see that happening.
The last two people who did the 007 theme song,
Is Sam Smith and Adele.
and they both
And-
won.
Chris Cornell.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know Chris Cornell did
He
it.
did the first movie.
The first.
Casino Royale.
Did he?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm a big James Bond fan. New James Bond, sorry. I'm not an old person.
Yeah, my grandfather's an old James Bond fan.
But the last two people to sing the James Bond theme song, or write the James Bond theme song, have both won Oscars. Sam Smith and Adele.
Yeah.
So, is Ed Sheeran in line for an Oscar?
I'm guessing for best original song.
Yeah.
It's actually said that in the article that talks about it, it said there was talk of Adele doing it again as her song was such a major hit the first time, but Ed is under serious consideration. Daniel is not the lead actor in the movie, but also one of the producers. He has a huge sway over every aspect. And Daniel Craig said that he only likes Ed Sheeran because his daughter got him into Ed Sheeran's music. So now that he's a big fan of Ed Sheeran, he's like, hey, I want you to write James Bond. And Ed's, no comment from Ed yet, but the people who are calling the shots with the movie say that Ed Sheeran translates to a much younger generation, while Adele was more across all ages. So they're kind of batting the idea back and forth. It might be Adele, it might be Ed Sheeran.
I don't know. I think Ed Sheeran branches out to more than just the younger generation. Because, I mean, there's people in their late 20s and early 30s that I know that like Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, but can people in their 40s and 50s, or 60s, or 70s appreciate Ed Sheeran?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're going to watch the movie regardless, and whatever theme song is playing.
Well, how do you live up
Are
to
they first?
Skyfall?
Well, are they referencing Bond 25?
Yes.
That movie's supposed to come out this year,
Is it?
so shouldn't they have a song already in the works?
You would think, but I honestly have no idea. I was just checking to make sure it's still recording.
Yeah, me too.
I was looking at the cat.
Oh, I didn't know there was a cat.
You were saying?
There he is. Hi.
Creeper. How do you live up to Adele's Skyfall? That was like almost.
I mean, by being Sam Smith.
Well,
that
no.
song was good too.
That song was good, but Adele topped Sam Smith. So how is Ed Sheeran going to top Adele? I mean, obviously, Ed Sheeran is more known for his simple songs like Thinking Out Loud and Perfect. I say simple because they're loop songs. He
Like
goes
guitar
like
and singing.
yeah, guitar, singing, drums that all play the same thing on a loop. So he like for his concerts, or what I've been told because I've never gone to one, he basically steps out on stage, plays something on a guitar, hits a pedal, and it continues playing. Somebody else plays something on the drums, loops it, and continues playing. He plays something on the piano, loops it, continues playing, and then he starts singing. Would you stop? You're brushing up against my legs. Talking to the cat. So how is Ed Sheeran going to loop James Bond? Or is he going to pull something that nobody sees coming like he did with the collaboration album? Because most of that album is not songs you would immediately think Ed Sheeran. Like the song with Travis Scott. Until Ed Sheeran starts singing, you don't know that's Ed Sheeran.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to listen to, like, Thinking Out Loud, you would hear the guitar and immediately think, oh, that's probably Ed Sheeran. So what's Ed Sheeran going to do that's going to be the next greatest song for James Bond?
I guess we will or will not find out.
Stay tuned on the next episode of James Bond.
All right, what do you got?
Okay. I got some gaming highlights here.
Oh, boy.
What if this was muted the whole time?
It's recording.
What?
That's what the waveform is.
Okay, just making sure. Because
Actually,
there's
we're
a
gonna
red
pause real quick.
there's a red button on.
Check everything. So,
I will check camera.
and we're back from commercial break.
This episode is sponsored by Nobody. Go to nobody.com. Actually,
get-
don't do that because I don't know if that's a real website.
It probably is.
Go to nobody.ca. CA.
Nobody.oxy.
Nobody.oxy.
Hey, we got a guest appearance.
Oh,
And
thank you
it's
for
coming.
coming.
Great,
That was
awesome.
Binks, everybody.
Binks also sponsors the show.
We can say that
Our
because we
celebrity
own
guest.
him.
You own him. Wow.
Yeah.
Way to. Ugh. Audio listeners don't know what we're talking about. That was a cat.
It says so on my adoption certificate.
Go to binks.com and get your Binks merchandise.
That's
All right.
Binks with an X. Once again, that's binks.com with an X.
And too bad there's not going to be anything that pulls up.
You
Actually,
don't know that.
Let me check that.
Yeah, look it up.
actually.
No? Okay.
We're going to trade
Well, Mike's getting ready. Look it up. I can't believe he just showed up just to say hi and left.
No more, no less.
Is it real?
What does that mean?
Binks, no more, no less. That's all it says.
What?
Binks.
I
No
can
more.
read it. You don't need to
You
read
said
it
it
5
like
times. But what?
Is it an actual site though?
It's
Wait.
not secure.
It does not say.
It doesn't do anything. There's
does-
nothing to click.
It does not say, not found. It just says Binks, no more, no less. That's it.
Okay,
Whatever.
mystery solved.
Well, it's no more than a website, but it's no less than a website.
No, it's no more than Binks, no less than Binks.
You got me there. Right, bud? It's simple, just like him.
Yeah, go ahead, sniff the box. That's okay. We don't need you.
Okay, so for gaming news, I'm sure some of you heard by now that GTA has a casino update.
What? No, I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does everyone else who plays GTA. And everyone who doesn't know that probably doesn't care.
Well, in this casino,
No offense to your update, because it's actually a really cool update.
His update.
Yeah.
mine.
Well, not your, but your
You
gaming.
own the update.
I
Your
do.
gaming update of the news.
Mike's update sponsors this podcast.
And so in GTA, you can obviously pay real money to get GTA money,
Yeah.
which also translates to casino chips,
Mm-hmm.
which then you can use on gambling devices like slots or cards. And because of this, the update was banned in over 50 countries.
I heard about that.
Yeah. I actually read that before I read about the actual casino thing, because the way I found out that this update was coming out is GTA's new update banned in 50 countries. And I was like, what is going on?
Yep, turns out a lot of countries don't like gambling.
Wow. Who knew?
They used to be America a couple years ago. Actually, I think sports gambling just became legal. If I'm not mistaken, I could be.
So it was recently, yeah. That's why we can do it on our phones.
Yeah, and that's also why I'm not going to get in trouble for doing Super Bowl squares anymore. Which I allegedly did that, but in the past.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So they also have a giant spinning wheel that you can spin every day to get free prizes, which I'm trying to win the car.
And have you?
No.
No.
What have you won so far?
I got
Anything worthwhile?
some chips and some experience.
Yeah.
So not bad for doing it only twice.
How many times can you spin it in a day?
Once.
Just once?
It'll refresh the next day.
And it's there permanently?
Yeah.
Like it's not going away or anything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Pretty
Well,
cool.
it's rigged, so
Oh,
I guess
wow.
you'll never get it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
just like the real casinos.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I would... Yeah, just kind of like slots in real life. I would stay away from the slots in GTA because it's just baloney.
Well, yeah, because if you go to the slots in a real casino and you actually hit the jackpot, they're like, "Oh, sorry, it must be broken. We'll fix this in the back room."
But I do like...
Here's your $20 voucher.
Oof.
I do like the cards because you at least have some decision making to try and win.
Yeah, but at least in a real casino, the cards aren't generated.
Automated.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in a video game, you can rig something way more than you can in a real life casino.
Like-
not to say that real life casinos don't do that,
Yeah.
Please don't kill us.
but it's like, why would you purposely make something that comes with little to no like discipline to get? So like gambling in GTA, why would they ever make it easy to win? They have to make it fair or less than fair if they ever want to keep people playing.
Also, if they want to keep people buying more chips, then they'll give them like a 25% win rate
Yeah.
or less.
'Cause they have
It's
to
got to
win
be
a
just
little
enough. Yeah, it's got to be just enough for you to go, "Oh, I was so close. Next one will get me there."
And that's how scratch-offs work.
bit. That's how gambling addiction starts.
That is how gambling addiction
Because-
starts.
But
They make scratch-offs winnable enough to where you're like, "Oh, my third one, I won $1. I can win a jackpot in the next one." Then you buy 10 more.
And then you hear those stories about people who are like, I hate scratch-offs, but I'm going to buy one just to spite you to show that I'm not going to win anything. And then they win millions of dollars. I hate those people.
But the thing is, from my point of view, is like it's GTA. You can frickin' steal a car, sell the car, and just use that money for the chips, and it's not like you're losing anything, really.
Well-
It's just GTA money.
Oh,
Right.
you talking about the CEO thing where you can just go steal a
Anything,
car?
and you can just
Well,
get
you
money
you can steal a car
and convert that
without
into
being a
chips.
CEO and sell
Really?
it.
Yeah.
I did not know that you can just steal a car and get money for it. Because I
Yeah.
thought it had to be through the
Well,
CEO thing that you could
You
get
can
money.
do that, but it's not as much money.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just do jobs, like small jobs. You don't have to do any of like the heists or anything, but you
Well-
can do small enough jobs. Like,
My
Well-
point is, you can earn GTA money, and it's not really a risk if you lose it in the casino.
right.
Yeah. Which I'm still trying to save up for that yacht that I've been saving up for 3 years now, and
I'm
I'm
still-
still not even halfway there.
I'm still trying to save up for the Tron bike and still not halfway there.
Yeah, I need double the money of that Tron bike to get my yacht because it's like 7.5 million GTA dollars.
Well, that's your
Yeah.
problem, not mine.
And guess who bought it with real money? Ross. I'm looking at you.
Oof. Viewer
He's not
shout
gonna
out.
watch this.
I know.
Yeah, there's no way he made it this far into the video.
I also don't think because I don't know. I can't say that he used real money to buy it, but I'm pretty sure he used real money to purchase a big portion of that thing.
And he did recently to buy like the Mad Max vehicles or whatever.
Because I know he has the yacht because he took us on it, and I was like, "How the hell did you afford this?" He's like, "I'm not gonna tell you," and that's when I knew.
Well, I signed in and GTA gave me like 1.2 mil, and I just used that to buy the penthouse on top of the casino.
I signed in that same day, and they just randomly gave me 500,000 for being a good sport.
Yeah. GTA is cool like
I
that.
should sign into GTA and see how much money I get.
They'll just give you
30,000.
some money.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like 10,000.
Thank you.
Thanks for
signing.
coming back.
Yeah, here's 10,000. Go buy yourself a gun.
Shoot. Just here, take your 10,000 and go.
It's basically a penny in GTA. I remember when I first started playing the campaign, and $10,000 was like, oh my god, what? I can buy anything now. And now $10,000 is like, thanks for the penny.
Yeah, basically.
Like you can get $10,000 in the trash can walking by the beach.
You could probably get $10,000 just by doing a bounty on somebody.
Actually, there was one bounty that I got. It was $48,000 on this one guy.
Jesus!
Hey, jump scare.
Jesus, the cat just like jumped. I felt it on my ear. Jesus.
Oh, okay. So I typed in Siege News.
Oh boy.
Yeah, believe it or not, this is the first thing that pops up. For $5 on Etsy.com, you can get one of those.
Oh boy.
Is that
Let's
Hibana?
not.
Oh, no, that's Doka. Tyler. Whoa.
That's Tyler?
Tyler,
Tyler plays a lot of Dokkaebi.
holy crap.
Did you?
Some very lewd photos came up to buy.
Is that a cosplay costume?
No,
Is
that's
it-
or is
just
it-
probably just
no,
pictures.
They're pictures, yeah.
It's
of
probably just some
cosplay.
cosplayer like Meg Turney or somebody who poses half naked with some cosplay.
Surge.
Surge.
Siege merch. Some Surge meat.
Have you seen the one on Reddit that was? It was like Bandit or somebody without the face mask. Have you seen that?
No,
that
I
picture.
haven't.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. I'll show it to you. It was the 3D model of.
Oh, it was Vigil.
Was it Vigil?
And the eyes were just floating.
Hold on, I gotta see if I can show John. Where was it? Come on, Google, don't let me down. It was on my Google homepage.
Since we are big Siege fans, I will go over the new update that I've been telling
Please
everyone
tell
about.
me that they nerfed. Who were we talking about?
They nerfed a lot of people.
Well, you said the shields knock people down and don't kill them, right?
Correct.
If that took effect.
Yes.
And Echo's thing, the nerf took effect, right?
I believe so. I'll double check. So,
They're not adding anything, and they're just adjusting players, right?
yeah, pretty much. Like, hip firing from a shield with a shield is
It's more sporadic.
less accurate.
Yeah. Okay.
So you won't have those crazy one-off headshots.
Tyler, sorry.
The shields will down an opponent, but not kill them. So
Unless you hit them a second time.
Yep. Reduce yokai burst. So
Thank you.
The echo drone is
Still banning him every time we play ranked.
still banning him. Down to 7 seconds instead of 10. The glass reduced time it takes to trigger the vision penalty.
What was it before? Like, I know it was something extreme where you had to sit still for 4 or 5 seconds.
It says movement time before complete vision is lost is now 6 instead of 2.5 seconds. So you would move.
Oh, so if you
And
move for
then
more than 2 seconds,
You couldn't see through the smoke.
Okay.
In my opinion, it's still kind of shit.
Well, I mean, but
glass.
now you can
Yeah.
at least move to the side a little bit without, because before it was if you took 2 steps to the left or the right when you're looking through the smoke, it's you couldn't see anymore. Now you can at least strafe a little bit.
I'm still turned away from picking glass now because it's just a poopy nerf.
I still think that Glass was a little overpowered, especially on certain maps like Plane.
Well,
He's the only one that could shoot through the windows, right?
Yeah.
And then people would just camp on the wing and just shoot into the objective. Even if they couldn't see you, they'd just start shooting, and you'd have to duck. And then
Yeah,
it was
but that's what I would do.
but
that's pre-firing. I don't like pre-firing people in Siege. The people that turn the corner and start shooting before they turn, I hate those people.
I will say, what's the name of the map where you have the kids' room, the master bedroom, the basement?
House.
Yeah, house.
Okay, that's what I thought it was called. I just didn't know if it was actually called house. But Glaz was actually super useful on that one. If you went up on that little lift and looked through the hallway, because 3 of the objectives are on that hallway.
Are you talking that
The
thing on the
ladder.
outside?
Yeah,
the
and,
treehouse.
and then
Yeah.
and then you could look through the that little bay window into the big
I
hallway.
hate that.
And
Hate
all you
it.
had to do was knock down that door in the master bedroom. You could probably snipe at least 2 people through that door, or people walking across the hall from if the bomb is in that room to the left, or if they're in the room to the right. You could get a lot of people through that one. And Glaz, I would always pick Glaz on that map for that reason until they nerfed him.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta stick to my mains, Blackbeard and castle.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
You don't change very often.
I know people
Unless
hate.
I'm forced to.
I know people hate Legion, but his gun works really well, and I like when people step on the mines. It makes me feel satisfied.
Wow. Listen to you. So these nerfs are basically exact response to who's been banned in ranked.
What's going on with the Rook? Because I
I
seen
don't know
his
if I
name
said
right there.
that before. It's Knock.
Oh,
Nook.
I just seen the okay because I'm also dyslexic, and it's upside down and it's to the side.
So that means you should see it perfectly, right?
Bad joke.
Okay. Anyway,
Bad joke.
Jackal, his pings are down from 4 to 5. Or, they're now
What?
4.
Because
They
he used to
were
have 5
5.
pings.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the time is reduced.
Yeah, I still like when we played last night. I thought it was pretty stupid that I got downed and Jackal was still tracking me. Like, shouldn't it just cut off when you're down? Because I can understand Jackal's tracking your footsteps. If you get down, you're not making any more footsteps. Should he really be tracking you?
Yeah, but you're making a blood trail. Technically, I guess.
Fair enough.
But-
But I got tracked by Jackal a couple times when we were playing last night, and it was god awful.
Send
I
a
forgot
strongly
how much-
worded letter to Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Ubi.
Ubi.
I said Ube. I don't know. Is it
Ube.
Ube? Is it Ubisoft?
Ubisoft.
Ubi.
I think
Ubi.
Ubisoft.
I like Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Americans say Ubisoft. Foreigners say Ubi.
Oh, I guess I'm a foreigner.
I guess it doesn't matter.
But I mean, just send a message to them. Be like, hey, get on this.
I'll do that right after I talk to Ed Sheeran about doing an opening for.
Also send
MoronCast.
Okay.
Send Ed a message and say that we want to do a collab with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll write a song with him
Mhm.
one day.
We'll write a song for him. He has to sing it.
Oh, okay. I like where this is going.
So Maverick, his torch sound effects should be louder than what it used to be.
Okay,
Because
that
it did used to be pretty quiet.
yeah, it was basically, and then you're dead. You hear that sound, you're like, what was that? Then you're headshot. You're dead.
Yeah, that's why every time we play in certain objectives that have like the walls to the outside that you have to reinforce, I always at the beginning of the round just sit and watch the walls. So I may look stupid for just staring at
You
walls,
stupid.
but I'm actually waiting for Maverick to come through so I can just go.
Especially at that one, I don't know what it is. I think it's like the villa or something like that, but where the objective or the bombs are in the basement.
Yeah, I know.
You
what
had
you're
those
talking about.
outside walls with
Yeah,
the hu-
that's
yeah.
exactly what I was
Yeah,
talking about.
those are high spots.
The training ground
Yeah,
map
for-
that they reworked,
for,
and now
for
it's like
Maverick
base.
spots.
yeah, Hereford base.
Okay. I got you, yeah.
Yeah, it's not called Villa. Never mind.
No, Villa is
Villa
a different.
is a
Yeah.
map.
Yeah.
It's the other one. I think I know what that one is now.
So Nook's ability is increased by 12 seconds, but it also increase the refill timer to 12 seconds.
Oh, the
Oh, so it
refill
takes-
timer. It takes longer to reload.
To refill that.
But it
special
also
ability.
lasts longer too.
Okay.
At the
Well, I guess
same
that's
time.
kind of fair.
What about, is it like equal to Cav now? Because they're basically one and the same people. Just
Yeah.
attacking and defending.
Well, actually, it's like Cav. It's like a superior Cav because you're also invisible to the cameras.
Well, I
Cav's
also
not.
saw a video. This was pre-nerf, but I saw a video that was basically asking like who's more plausible to use, Cav or Nook, and it actually, like, listening to it, like they did a comparison of who's quieter, both with the ability and without it, and Cav was actually quieter across the board. And Nook, you could still hear them even with the ability on it. So you could still hear the.
Yeah, but at least with Nook, you're also invisible to the cameras.
Yes and no. I'm the person that shoots out all the cameras, so I don't have to worry about that much. I mean, unless there's a Valk cam that I don't see somewhere, but I'm
Or
the person
if-
who always shoots out the cameras.
So Mozzie, like if Mozzie gets a drone, then Nook is like pixelated, right? I mean, you can't see her fully, but you can see like a little blob moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
like little weird pixels
And then
going
same with Echo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You mean Vigil?
No. Like if you're looking through Echo's drone, you can see Nook moving, just
Yeah.
like
on. Any
Oh,
camera.
okay. Yeah.
But yeah, her ability used to be really short, and I think this is a good fix. Those are the main changes to operators. They brought back Clash, and
Which I don't know why. Why would she take it away for like 2 months?
People were exploiting it somehow.
It doesn't take 2 months to fix it though.
I think it was
They
they were able to bring out the pistol and hold a shield in front of them at the same time.
yes.
So
Yeah.
it was like
You shouldn't be able to do that. Clash, you have to hold both hands, and you cannot Montane or blitz it where you have the pistol at the same time. You had to completely take the shield, put it on your back, then pull your pistol out. And people somehow found a way to do both. And they were not happy with that. And it was like a glitch. It was like you had to hit the buttons in a certain order, or you had to get on top of something, and as you were getting on top of something, you had to do the switch, and it would glitch, right? Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta remember, just like in Jurassic Park, the guy's like, how long is it gonna take to fix the phones? And he's like, well, we gotta go through the code. How many lines of code are there? About 2 million. Now, that was to run an amusement park, but a video game nowadays, with how complex they are, I'd probably assume if there's a code that tells it what to do, it's probably around the same caliber. They have to go through, find the bug, and fix that one piece of code, right? That's going to take some time. Even if they have like 50 people working on it, which they don't. Even if they have 50 people working on that problem, it's going to take a long time to try and find it.
Hate to be that guy.
Unless you're a coder.
Day 33. Nope, still haven't found it.
Unless you're a coder, I would understand. But coders, they live for that stuff.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you want to look at just pixels all day long, by all means. I mean, I guess... we look at pixels all day long anyway with TV, but that's not what I meant.
We understand, John.
Yeah, thank you. It's late. It was a long day.
So, we're in about the last 10 minutes of the show. Is there anything new you guys have heard, or what are you doing in your spare time, John?
Well, you know, I'm PI on the side.
No, you cook chicken.
Yeah. By PI, I meant poultry inspector.
Oh, good save.
Yeah, thank you.
Good save.
Apparently, Ryan Reynolds trolled fans about
Okay,
Deadpool
so
3.
Today's Monday then. Ryan Reynolds trolls fans every day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's just the kind of guy he is.
I have no idea what this means, but okay. Chris? What are you doing?
Is that Free Willy?
Don't look at Free Willy. Look at the picture. It's not Free Willy. It's a person's head.
That is a person's head.
Bitcoin.
That's kind of scary. But what do I do on the side? Well, I'm still looking for animation work with success after carnivorous pets. That's bringing me a lot of attention nowadays. And I have a showcase coming up in August. If you want to buy a ticket and come see me, come say hi, you're always welcome to. I will link the website that you got to buy tickets from in the description. Mm-hmm. I will be there from 7 to 11, August 22nd in Detroit, St. Andrews Hall. Come say hi. That's a Thursday.
I already bought my ticket. I'm just making sure I know the day.
I'll remind you guys. I'll make sure that...
Don't forget about my little birthday ranged thing, which I think you remember that it's going to be at my uncle's house.
Yeah, I remember. I was there.
Did you pick a day for that?
The 25th, Sunday, right after his thing.
Okay.
Well, not right after, but the weekend.
Cool.
Okay, yeah. Also, doing some drumming again. And,
Drum stuff?
You working on a drone cover?
Maybe.
What?
Ooh,
allegedly.
Things are coming to...
Quite possibly. Can't confirm quite yet. Wink, wink for the audio viewers. Mike, what are you doing?
Well, I'm currently still editing things that are...
How's that movie coming?
It's slowly coming.
Yeah.
I need to work on it more, but...
Well,
that's confidential.
I mean, I seen you laying in bed watching YouTube for an hour today.
Hey. Listen.
Don't get them in trouble.
I had to lift big pieces of wood today.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
I do that every day.
That's a lot of work for me, okay? All I'm used to doing is this.
I can relate. Animators do the same thing. I'm a 3D animator, so that doesn't mean I do any drawing, but you know. So
Hello.
As far as new projects go, we have a little Marvel-inspired
oh, we do, yes.
video idea in the
Well,
works.
Yeah, that's still on
Still
the,
in
it's
the
still being
early
sketched
stages.
out.
Early
Early
stages. People.
stages.
Yeah.
But you can expect a little bit more from visual effects from us. Not the biggest or greatest or Hollywood budget, but
we're trying.
We are trying.
No budget, small staff videos.
Yeah.
That's what we have to work with.
Yeah.
That is. So you can imagine how.
Please sponsor us.
Please.
Please.
Yeah.
We're not begging.
Oldly
But
sponsored
please,
by anyone.
Pulse.
Yeah.
Blockbuster. You know what? Come back and sponsor us.
Family Video. Come on, man.
Trojan condoms.
Oh boy. Trojan Condoms sponsored Nerf challenge.
Could you imagine if Family Video came back and used their last inkling of their bank account and be like, you know what? Give it to these guys.
Yeah.
You know what, Family Video? I respect that.
Yeah. Hey, you guys are my childhood, so.
Thanks, Family Video.
Yeah.
Thanks for sponsoring this video.
I thought
Not
your adult section was the restroom countless times. So thank you for all those vivid memories.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's weird.
That's a good turn.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Yeah. That
I'm not
was
gonna go there,
that
never
was
mind.
not the bathroom. Let me just say that.
Oh boy, well, that was interesting. So if you like this podcast, check us out on our social media.
Yes,
We have
can't
a-
forget the plugs.
we-
The plugs.
We have a Facebook, a Instagram, which is not used very often, but we're gonna get there again. A Twitter and a Patreon. If you want to
Patreon.
support us more, go
You can
check our.
sponsor us. Your
You
names
can.
can be in the video if
You-
you want
You
that.
can be. We're going to be updating our Patreon in not too long, so maybe hold off until the next podcast, but keep it in mind. Go check us out. We are the oxyMORONS crew on all social media platforms. We do not have a Snapchat, so don't look for us on there yet.
We have a Twitch.
We do have a
We
Twitch,
stream on Twitch.
our YouTube, and once again, Facebook and Twitter. All of our social medias and websites have our logo, which is the black, white, and red O2M logo.
Oxymorons.
Oxymorons.
That is us. Also,
Oh god. I thought that was the end of the video.
the podcast can be found on Soundbox.
Soundbox, everybody. Soundbox.
Alright.
If you're from Soundbox, go to YouTube and leave us a comment. Let us know that you're listening.
Now can I?
No.
No.
And this is the end of the video.
Thank you very much. Good night.